Right now, there's a device in your pocket that runs your entire life, your money, your job, your friends, your memories, your ability to find your way home, and also 4,000 unread emails and a photo of a receipt from 2019 you refuse to delete. You assume it'll be there forever, like gravity, or your mom's opinions. Now imagine tonight at 3 a.m. the internet disappears. All of it, everywhere, at the same time. Not the Wi Fi is being weird. Not have you tried turning the router off and on again? Gone. The cables, the data centers, the protocols, the whole thing just leaves. No goodbye text, nothing. Here's what happens next. Minute by minute, hour one. You're asleep, blissfully unaware, probably dreaming about something you saw on TikTok. But the world is already quietly breaking. Banks swap transactions over the network. And at this exact second, millions of payments freeze midair, like someone hit pause on the world's most boring action movie. Amazon warehouses stop dead. Not a single shelf scanning robot knows what to grab or where to send it. Somewhere, a robot holding a phone case just stands there. Forever. Airline dispatch systems lose their booking data. Don't worry. Planes in the sky won't fall. Aviation has backup radios and pilots who trained for exactly this. The plane is fine. Your connecting flight, however, has ceased to exist as a concept. Morning, you wake up and do the thing you always do. Reach for your phone before your eyes are even fully open. The screen works. The internet doesn't. You restart the phone. Nothing. You restart the router. Nothing. You stare at the router with the intensity of a man trying to move objects with his mind. Still nothing. Fine. Coffee first, apocalypse later. You walk to the cafe, tap your card. The terminal is dead. The ATM is dead. And here's the first fun fact of your new life. Less than 1/5 of all money exists as actual cash. The rest? Numbers on servers that talk to each other through the internet. Your life savings are now technically a rumor. And no, this is not a hypothetical. In July 2022, in Canada, one network went down. One. A provider called Rogers for one day. The result, ATMs died across the country, card payments died, store terminals died, even calls to 911 stopped working. People with full bank accounts couldn't buy a sandwich. Canada, the politest country on earth, spent a day discovering that sorry is not a currency. That was 24 hours, one provider, one country. Oh, and in October 2021, Facebook vanished for 6 hours because of one typo in a routing config. One typo. And here's the best part. Facebook employees couldn't get into their own offices because the door badges checked themselves against servers that were down. The company that built the network got locked out of its own building by its own building. Engineers reportedly stood outside the server room they needed to enter to fix the problem that was keeping them out of the server room. That's not an outage. That's a sitcom. Day one. Supermarkets are still open. Cash only, which is bad news because your cash is currently 3 crumpled bills and a coin you keep for luck. And here's what almost nobody knows. A modern supermarket holds about 3 days of stock. The system is literally called just in time. Products arrive exactly when they run out, ordered not by a person, but by software watching the shelves through the network. That software is now as dead as your group chat. The shelves start emptying, milk first, then bread, then water. The kale, of course, remains. Kale always remains. Even the apocalypse has standards. Week 1. Hospitals have switched to paper. Doctors are writing with actual pens, and their handwriting has somehow gotten worse, which nobody thought was medically possible. But patient records, lab results, staff schedules, medication orders, all of that lived in the cloud. Pharmacies can't reorder drugs. Factories have stopped. Modern manufacturing is a chain of hundreds of suppliers across a dozen countries, all synced through the network. Right now, not a single factory on the planet knows what to make or who it's for. Somewhere, a facility is sitting on 40,000 left shoes, waiting for an email that will never come. Economists actually tried to price this scenario. A full internet shutdown costs the global economy roughly $40 billion a day, which sounds impressive until you realize that number was calculated for a short outage. After a week, we stopped counting in dollars. There's no spreadsheet for this, mostly because spreadsheets are also down. And here's the part nobody talks about. The scariest thing in this scenario isn't the economy. In 2011, Egypt's government shut off the internet for the entire country for 5 days, trying to stop protests. And researchers studying those days noticed something backwards. People didn't take to the streets because they had the internet. They went out because it was gone. When the connection disappears, so does the feeling that you know what's happening. And for humans, not knowing is scarier than bad news. We've survived hundreds of crises as a species, but in the last 30 years, we have never, not once, gone through a crisis blindfolded. Turns out the scariest notification is no notifications. Month 1, the world didn't die, the world downgraded. Radio is back, actual FM radio, and the DJ is now the most powerful person in your city. Cash is back, paper invoices are back, phone books are back, and someone your age is holding one for the first time, looking at it like it's an ancient artifact, which, fair. People are memorizing routes again, no GPS, and yes, your uncle who never trusted those smartphones anyway is having the greatest month of his life. He has a paper map. He has a transistor radio. He has been waiting for this moment since 2007. This is his Super Bowl. Meanwhile, it turns out cities are full of specialists whose professions simply evaporated. Social media managers, streamers, marketplace optimizers, that guy whose entire job was A/B testing button colors. Millions of people whose work existed only inside the network. The influencers are hit hardest. Somewhere, a man is showing his morning routine to a live studio audience of 6 pigeons. Engagement is actually up 1 year. And here's the final twist. Digital detox studies keep finding the same thing over and over. After just a few days without social media, anxiety drops and sleep improves. After a month, people regain the ability to focus for long stretches. You know, that thing you used to do before you opened 17 tabs and forgot why. And psychologists who surveyed people during major outages recorded something strange. Right alongside the panic, people confessed to feeling relief, like someone finally gave them permission to exhale. Nobody's posting, so nobody's missing anything, so nobody's behind. Think about that. We built a network so we'd never be lonely, and got a loneliness epidemic. We got access to the sum of all human knowledge and lost the ability to pay attention for longer than 15 seconds. You've probably checked your phone twice during this video. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just an omniscient narrator, disappointed. The internet isn't a service. It's the nervous system of civilization. Unplug it, and within a week, everything we call normal life collapses. But here's the question worth asking yourself tonight. Mid-scroll, if losing this network means the end of your world, when exactly did it become your world? You didn't sign anything. There was no ceremony. One day it was a fun place to watch cat videos, and the next, it was holding your money, your job, your friends, and your ability to boil an egg without a tutorial. So, final question. Who would you even be if tomorrow you had to live without it? Yeah, same.